Pride and Prejudice of 1813 is a book by Jane Austen, which tells us a love story between Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy, both of whom have to overcome their biases in order for them to end up together. Throughout the novel, both characters learn to unlearn their pride and prejudice so that they can come to accept the goodness of each other's character. Jane Austen's novel is old that is set in a world where expectations and reputations matter. She set her eyes on the readiness to judge one's character based on social position. And this book was named first as First Impression, and then it was changed into Pride and Prejudice. So my monologue focuses on the climax part of the book where Elizabeth Bennet rejected Darcy's proposal, which in no doubt it wants his pride. This is where the part Elizabeth Bennet spills her incorrect snap judgment towards Darcy. She brings two charges against Darcy. First is the breakup between her sister Jane and Mr. Darcy's friend Mr. Bingley. And second is her accusation against Darcy's poor treatment towards Mr. Wickham. So here is my monologue. Am I now expected to express my gratitude for the settlements you have avowed? I feel no gratitude I cannot thank you. Mr. Darcy, I have never desired your good opinion, and clearly you have bestowed it in me most unwillingly. I'm sorry to cause you pain, but I suppose that any mortification you may feel at my refusal to your offer will be one short duration. Was I uncivil? You have chosen to speak a liking from me that was against your will, contrary to reasons, and a threat to your honor. It is you who is uncivil. Mr. Darcy, how could anything tempt me to accept the man who has ruined, perhaps forever, the happiness of my beloved sister? You have arrogantly separated two people who fell naturally in love, and you didn't care exposing one to the sunset of the world to caprice, and the other to its derision to disappointed hopes, involving them both in misery of the acutest kind. Can you deny it? You think you were acting in friendship? And your treatment of Mr. Wickham? To deny him in his inheritance, to reduce him to poverty. You're mistaken, Mr. Darcy. Perhaps I might feel some concern refusing you, had you behaved in a more gentlemanlike manner. You could have offered me your hand in any words that would tempt me to accept it. From the first moment of our acquaintance, you can see your selfish disdain of the feelings of others have built me an immovable dislike. I have not known you many days before I thought of you as the last man in the world whom I could ever be prevailed upon to marry.